currently playing for the world famous Harlem Globetrotters, and when I was in playing for the WABA, it was with the Atlanta Angels.
Okay.
That's my team. That's my family. Love that team. Love the whole coaching staff, the owner. So um, yeah. So in short, that's who I am. Um,
Okay. So
current,
how long have you been playing sports, and which sport is your favorite to play? Because you play multiple sports now.
yeah.
So
So
what's
I've been
your
playing
favorite?
sports since I was 4 years old. So
Wow.
that's 31 years of playing basketball. Um, so it's been a long time. I remember waking up that Christmas morning when I was 4 years old to a Fisher
Wow.
Price hoop and a basketball, and my life was forever changed. I just fell in love with the game at such a young age and
Exactly.
just stuck with it. Just stuck with it. Like it was kind of like my outlet in my therapy at a young age. So
Mm-hmm.
and it's been able to take me all around the world. We'll get into that, but now, I enjoy flag football, playing
Exactly.
flag. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm enjoying flag. But I've always loved just sports. I love softball growing up, but when your mother can't afford for you to do multiple sports, it's like you need to stick to one thing. But I've always been a lover of all sports. Football,
Yeah. Yeah.
basketball, boxing, soccer, softball. I loved it
Tennis,
all, but
swimming.
yeah, 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 yeah. But I was always told, listen, my mother's finances couldn't afford, for me to play different sports. So I just locked in on basketball because at the time
Exactly.
I knew this was a sport that was going to get me that scholarship.
That's what I was about to say. Look at you now. Just
Yeah,
look.
yeah,
How do
yeah.
how do you balance all of that? Like you just play multiple on multiple teams. Like how do you do
hmm
all of that?
hmm Well, COVID's kind of been a blessing, and with my Globetrotter schedule and flag football, it's two different seasons. So,
Mhm.
I travel with the Globetrotters from, November to say March, and
Okay.
then flag football is right after that. So I'm able to do both, and so it's kind of like worked out for me. But I just always been a busybody. I can't sit still. I just not, I recently took on boxing, falling in love with it.
Now that's a
And
therapeutic sport right there.
yeah, that's a full body workout. And
Yes. Oh yeah, I
so
agree.
yeah, and jump roping. I just recently got into jump roping, just learning certain techniques. Just anything to keep, my mind clear and keep my body active, at this
Yes.
point.
You have to take care of that body.
Hmm
Um, I was as I was preparing your questions last night, my nephew was with me, so he's going to watch. He's doing school right now, but he's going to watch this
hmm
video later. He wanted me to ask you, how many points do you average per game?
Basketball, football.
Basketball.
It depends when, is he talking about Globetrotters and when I played college, when I played high school?
Well,
Um,
actually, like right now, like I told him that you with the Globetrotters and the
hmm
Angels. So he was like,
hmm
ask her how many points per game she averaged.
Okay, so with the Angels, I don't know, I'd probably say like 10, 11, most 12. I mean, our team is so stacked
Yeah.
that I don't have to really do a lot, you know what I mean? Which I
Exactly.
love. It takes a lot of pressure off me. Our team is, I mean, tremendous athletes on that team. And so probably like 12. I mean, with the Globetrotter, that's different because we have the 4-point shot,
Mm-hmm.
which is 30 feet from the basket. So if I end up going off, like I remember my rookie year in LA, I hit 6 4s back to back in
Whoa.
a row. Yeah, so you can add up points. I mean, that was 24 points in like 2 minutes.
I see.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's a different type of game. But as far as the Angels, probably like 12,
Oh, okay. Okay.
respectively. Because we're a good group of girls
Yeah,
from one through
y'all got some
five.
heavy.
So
Hey, y'all got
yeah,
heavy
yeah.
hitters on that
It's
team
yeah,
now.
it's well balanced as far as
Woo.
score and rebound. It's well balanced, which is great.
Oh yeah, y'all got a lot of heavy hitters. Doing also research and as I was coming up with my questions, I see you hold a Guinness World Record book. I mean, like you're a record holder. What is it? What you hold the record
Yeah.
in?
So in 2010, I made history becoming the first female globetrotter with her own Guinness World Record. A lot of the men have Guinness World Records, but they never had a female in the 94-year history set a Guinness World Record. So when the
Oh,
opportunity presented itself, I had this move that I had been doing since I was really young, just watching and one mixtapes. And I was like,
yeah.
I wonder, could I set a record doing this move? So I reached out to our PR team and asked them, say, hey, can I do this move as a Guinness World Record? I'm sure it's never been, attempted, but I would love to be able to attempt it. And he said, he'd get back to me. So when he got back to me, he said, yes, you just have to get at least 30 between the leg tumbles. That's the actual move. Between the legs while you're tumbling on the ground, you have to at
Whoa.
least get 30 in 60 seconds. So can you imagine? I'm just like excited, not knowing that I could do that many, but
Yeah.
knowing that I could do that move. So I remember going to the local YMCA and just practicing every single
That's
day,
what I'm
timing
talking
myself,
about.
trying to get it. And I could never get it. This is the crazy thing. Leading up to that day, I couldn't get 30 in 60 seconds. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm already nervous. You know what I mean? So when I
Yeah.
get there, Guinness World Record Day, I get there. So I'm thinking I'm going to get an opportunity to watch the men go first. Some of these men are multiple Guinness World Record holder, 2 times, 3 times. So I'm thinking, okay, relax. There's no way you're going to go first. This is your
Mhm.
first time. You know what I mean? I get there, I
Exactly.
get dressed, and like, Torch, you're going first. I'm like, no. So I remember I go to the back and just to kind of relax. And I came out and I was ready. I mentally was like, you know what?
Yep.
The time is now. So, and I did it. I got 32 to be
That's
exact
what's up.
in 60
See?
seconds. So it was just like, what?
So did he really want you to do that in 30 seconds, or he was just testing you to see?
Well, I had to at least get it in 30 seconds.
Okay.
That was the minimum.
Wow.
So yeah.
And
And
look at you. That is
it
what's
was
up.
crazy. It didn't really.
Congratulations on that,
Thank you.
Real.
Thank you. It really didn't hit me till my plaque came a few months later. I got a Guinness World Record plaque.
Uh-huh.
And just to see my name, and and then the Guinness Book of World Records came out 2020. And
Yeah.
I'm in the book. That
Yes.
was just mind boggling. I was just
Yes.
like, what? So,
But that's history right there. I love
yeah.
to
I'm
see
Black
it.
history. Isn't that crazy? Like I'm Black
Exactly.
history. Yeah. It's powerful.
So
Powerful.
I love to see that. Also I see that you are the CEO of Hood to History. Can you
Hmm.
elaborate a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm starting my own clothing line. It's called Hood to History. Be able to make it from the inner city in the hood and to make history with the Globetrotters. I
Yeah,
was like, you mean this is my story? There's a lot of people that come up with a lot of brands, but my life is my brand. So
exactly.
I was like, what better name than to have Hood to History? It's your life. So I'm working on that now.
Okay.
Actually working on like a mini documentary just about my life and
I
the
love it.
brand.
I
So it
love
made
it.
sense to people because people are going to be like, well, what is Hood to History? And it's literally my life. I took a move that I was doing in the hood and made history
Yes.
with it. So
You
it's
better
called Hood
say
to
it.
History.
You better tell it. So is it like athletic gear or just like urban
Yeah.
streetwear?
So
Okay.
just urban streetwear, like sweatshirt, somebody, Hood to History,
Oh, I'm gonna have to
sweatshirt,
get
short.
one.
You
I
know,
love
to get
my
to
hoodies now.
Yeah, it's getting cold now, so sweatshirts, shorts, t-shirts. So be on the lookout for that. I'm super excited. I'm super
Please,
excited about it.
congratulations. Wow, I
Thank you.
love that. You better brand yourself because you are a brand.
Walking
Like
brand,
you are
right?
a walking brand. So I congratulations on that. That is what's up. I would definitely be on the lookout. Um,
Appreciate that.
so now, speaking of where you come from and that's what your clothing line is going to represent.
Hmm.
Um, I also have taken a look at you have a very inspirational story about what you have overcome. Can
Hmm.
you let your viewers now and the ones that will watch, can you uh, go ahead and let us know what you overcame?
Yeah, so back in 2010, I was hit with the news that my mother had passed. And, you can only imagine just waking up to a phone call from the coroner's office. And I just spoke to my mother. She was
Exactly.
fine.
Yeah.
And to get a call at midnight, to be woken out of your sleep saying that we have the body of your mother. It's no longer your mother, it's just like a body. It took a toll on my body. It took a
Yeah.
toll on my mental health, my physical health. And a lot of responsibility fell on me. I have a younger sister, older brother, and I've always been the responsible one. So,
Yeah.
planning her funeral was up to me. Everything just fell on me, at the age of 25. So, being that I'm from Pennsylvania, we were living in Georgia, I was like, how do I even figure out a way to get my mother's body to Pennsylvania to plan this funeral, to have her buried? So it was just a lot of stress. And after her funeral back home in Pennsylvania, um, some family members had mentioned that like my eyes were bulging out. I had lost a lot of weight. My neck was bulged out. Things I didn't even recognize because when you lose a mother, you're not looking at yourself. You're not
Oh,
even,
trust me,
you
I
could
know how
care.
it is to lose a parent. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're not, I'm not looking in the mirror. I'm not even paying attention to myself. And so I was told to see an endocrinologist because my thyroid, which I didn't even know what was an endocrinologist at the time.
Exactly. I didn't
Um,
hear it until now.
yeah. So I went and seen the endocrinologist and gave him, told him my symptoms, how I've been feeling, how I had lost a lot of weight. He took some blood work and I was diagnosed with Graves' disease. I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. So you have hypo, which is where you gain weight easily because your thyroid controls your
Yeah.
metabolism. So
Hmm.
with hypo, you gain weight faster, like Oprah, Wendy Williams. These type of celebrities have hypothyroidism. So it's easy for them to gain weight. Um, and I was diagnosed with the reverse, hyper, where my heartbeat was 150 beats a minute for every day.
Wow.
Even when I'm asleep, I'm waking up in a pool of sweat because my heart rate is 150 beats even when I'm asleep. And if you know anything about your heart is literally just a muscle. And
It is.
beating at that rate every
It's
single
it
day,
can tire out beating at that
it
rate.
could stop. It could
Yep.
stop. So man, just getting that news after my mother had passed, I just was at a state of just shock, depressed, even thought suicidal thoughts, just like not even just caring anymore. Just like, I lost my mother.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I have this disease which is preventing me from playing the game I love, which is my therapy.
Which is
I,
your therapy and
right. I'm already dead. You know what I mean? In my mind,
yeah.
I lost my hero. I lost the game I love. I'm dead. It's nothing, Um, but through just the grace of God and just um the will to finally just want to live and my
Yep.
mother
The
would come to me in
willpower.
my dreams and
Yeah.
say, Cherelle, you can't give up. So, the doctor prescribed all this medicine that, covered up the symptoms, slowed my heart rate. But then I had went from 100 pounds, because I'm naturally 125, 130. I had got down to
Yeah.
100 pounds with the thyroid. And then with the medication, I was up to 180 in a month.
Whoa.
So can you imagine gaining 80 pounds in a month because it had slowed my metabolism so much that I wasn't even eating and gaining weight. So there goes another depression. Now I have to look in the mirror and see myself as this
Yeah.
obese person when I've never been that size. So that's when I took matters into my own hands and said, you know what, Cherelle, this is your body. You got to do the research because obviously you can't continue to live on this medicine. And you want to get back to playing the game
Exactly.
you love. So that's when I seek the holistic doctor, natural medicine, natural cures. Um, and
Yes.
I remember I went and seen the endocrinologist, and I said, you know what, doc, I'm gonna just cold turkey off this medicine. I'm not gonna take it. It doesn't
Yep.
make me feel good. He said, you'll be dead in 6 months.
Now
So I
look
said,
at
okay.
you.
Yeah. But I remember looking back at him and saying, I'm already dead. I gotta take a risk. I'm not living. I was in my home every single day, not doing anything because you feel sluggish on medication. You just don't feel yourself. And I remember I
Yep.
took that leap of faith and I seen a holistic doctor, all natural, put me on these herbs and changed my diet. I was on sea moss 10 years ago. Sea moss is a thing now and burdock root is a thing. I was on
Yeah,
it 10.
especially with this pandemic.
Everybody, yeah, I was on it, and which is scary because when a product goes in such high demand, sometimes the
Hmm.
value on where you getting it from isn't as potent. It's you know what I mean. It's a lot of. So anyway, I was on the CMOS 10 years ago. I've been on Dr. Sebi a long time ago before everybody else was because when you go into that natural medicine, you can't help but his name pop up. So and not
Exactly.
knowing not knowing who that was, what that was, I was just my back was against the wall. It's this or nothing. And when I tell you I begin to feel better, my body was like, yes, you're giving me what I
Yes.
need.
You
You
better
know,
preach, girl. Better
you're
say
finally
it.
giving me what I need. And so my skin cleared up. I lost that weight. And then I
You
decided to
full of
move from
life.
it.
Look at you.
Yeah. I
Much
decided to move
energy.
from it. I decided to move from Atlanta just to get a fresh start. My mom died
Yep.
on the highway. I didn't get to that. My mother died of a heart attack while driving home from work on the highway.
Whew.
So for me, being on the highway at the age of 42, she died. After being on the
Mm,
highway in Georgia, I just need to get out of Georgia for a while.
yeah.
So I just up and moved to Florida. And my mother's name is Holly. I moved to Hollywood, Florida.
Okay.
And yeah, got a fresh start. Continue to seek holistic help. And within a year of living in Florida, I took my last blood work and they said the disease was gone.
Look at
So
that. You better
look at
praise
God, right? Look
God.
at God, look at it, right? So
Right. These doctors want to put you on all that medicine, and then it's like,
hmm
it's try this. They don't know if it's gonna heal you. They tell you to try it
right. They
with
know it's
all
not
of
gonna
those
heal
side
you. They know it's
effects.
not gonna heal you because if medicine, this is my thing. If traditional medicine works, why do you have to get a refill?
Exactly.
If the medicine works, give me something where I don't have to come back and see you. But medicine, pharmaceutical industry is $1 billion industry. Keeping us sick is big business. If everybody's healthy, we don't need them. So that's where the holistic doctor had to change my mindset and say, we're gonna get through this together. I'm gonna heal you so where you don't have to come back and see me. I don't want you to come back and see me. So that's when it's
That's
like,
what.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. So now it's just up to me every day, just taking care of my body. I don't eat fast food. Don't eat a lot. Don't eat a lot of meat. It's rare. Um, Drink green tea and just keep my body. Yoga, meditation helps.
Yes.
So yeah. So as soon as I got
Look, you
cleared,
you you about to change some
yeah,
lives on here. Like, you
yeah.
about to change. Like, for these viewers, I hope y'all taking notes. You hear this woman?
hmm
This woman
Oh
healed.
yeah.
Like, she
God's
took
grace.
that leap of faith is all you need. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about.
Yes. And the first thing
So
I did when I got
so
healed is
so
find a
speaking
semi
of,
protein.
oh yeah. So speaking of that, you keeping your mind, your body, and your soul healthy. How what is some things you've been doing, especially during this pandemic? Because it's a big
hmm
change during this pandemic. That's causing people
hmm
to go to depression and things of that nature. What do you do to keep yourself motivated?
So just wake up and work out every day. Even if it is, before the gyms open up here in Atlanta, I do a home workout, make sure I meditate. The first thing I do when I wake up, drink room temperature water and meditate, stretch, and just get my mind, to get my mind clear. Now I'm able to get to the gym, do a little bit, but just eating healthy. You got to think, I tell people all the time, and I don't try to convert people to veganism. But you got to think
Yeah,
a lot of times you wake up, you eat meat. Meat is dead. We're living beings. So when you consume dead food every day, how do you think you're going to feel? You're going to start to feel bipolar because you don't know the emotions of that animal before it
sluggish.
was killed. You're going to feel because you're consuming dead food every single day. versus now when I consume plants, plants are living. So I'm alive. People eat and are tired. That's not normal. Food is not supposed to make you feel sluggish, tired, sleepy. It's supposed to make you feel alive. And the only way you get that is through plants. Think about the strongest animals in the wild. Elephants. They're plant eaters. Gorillas. They're plant eaters.
Mm-hmm.
So just sticking to my plants keeps my mental, my heart, my body, my organs just I'm at peace, and I'm vibrating on such a high level because I'm living on food from the earth versus dead
Yes.
food, So
Yes. See, like I can just tell by the way you just speaking. It's just your job is transferring through this interview. Man, look
Yep.
at you. You just so, like I said, you just so full of life, and that's what's up. That is
Yeah,
what's
because when
up.
you face death and you come from it, like sometimes I tell people you gotta die to live.
In
I felt
order
like
to live.
I'm telling you, and when you face that, and the universe and God gives you another chance, you got to take advantage and live every day like it could possibly be your last, especially in these times.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy times. And so it's important that we keep our mental health. Our mental health is so important. And so I would
Especially in
just
our
encourage people.
community.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's another story. That's another story. Uh,
Yeah.
speaking of your mental, how do you feel about the recent unrest of what's going on in this world?
hmm it's unfortunate, and a lot of times, um, I have to be honest. I have to hear certain news from other people because I don't really watch the news because
You're right.
everything is so negative, and I just
It is.
refuse to believe that there's no positive in the world now. What's going on? Obviously with the Breonna Taylor situation, George Floyd. We can go on and on about the police brutality and the unrest and the injustice of what's going on. It's just unfortunate, and even that is we have to protect our mental health on that too. So I can only watch
Yeah.
so much of it. Like some things I haven't even really seen the George Floyd video. I just hear about it because even that will stick with you. You're watching that over and over. That's your
It really
mental.
would. It
You
really
seeing
would.
us being killed, it's not good for our mental health. It's unfortunate. And I'm glad, NBA players like LeBron and, are using their platform, to speak about just the
Definitely.
injustice and what we can do and the importance of voting and getting out there because, it starts with us. The change starts with us.
Oh
So,
yeah. Are you voting this year?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What change do you hope for, like that you hope to see as we push forward?
I just want more love in the world. I want us to, if I could say any change, it would be to spread more love. There's so much hate,
Yes.
and change systematic racism because the system wasn't built for us to succeed. I got this saying where, born to lose, but built to win. Never for us to win. So it starts with the systematic racism. You know what I mean? And once that happens, I think everything else falls into place. Could you think about 400
Yeah.
years? This is nothing new. All this stuff is nothing new under the sun. We've been
Nothing at
marching,
all.
we've been yelling, we've been, so it's like, what next? We've marched. We've tried that. You killed him, so
Yep.
it's like it's something else, but it starts with, the systematic racism, changing laws, certain laws
Yep.
being in place. And so I think it starts there because marching in the street doesn't really do anything. You know what I
No,
mean?
it
It's
really
time to
doesn't.
change those laws,
Yep. We need to get
so
inside those government buildings.
absolutely, yeah. And get
Yeah.
inside of it and not sell out. Get inside of it and do what you need to do and not sell out. Because sometimes when we get in those positions of power, we tend to sell out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's what's up. So we converting back to sports because sports is like one of the biggest impacts on the world. You know,
Mhm.
watching basketball and football games and baseball games, it just takes you to another place. Like it really it gives people hope. It bridges gaps in communities.
Mhm.
So we're about to lead another year. The WABA is growing rapidly every day.
Mhm.
The league goes by a certain slogan. It's out. When you hear those three words, what comes to your mind? What does Cherelle think?
When it said it's our time, it's been our time.
Mhm.
To be able to even have a platform such as this league for college players who didn't get an opportunity to play in the WNBA. Now you get an opportunity, you get to use this platform to go
Oh yeah.
overseas. Oftentimes, people and players, like, you get down on yourself because you didn't make it, to the league. Because everybody's dream as a little girl, make it to the WNBA. So when I think about the slogan, it's our time. It's just our time to shine. It's our time to come together. I love this league because it's like a big sisterhood. It's like a family. Um, so to me, it's just like it's our time to shine. It's our time, to continue just to play the game that we love. You know what I mean? Whether
It
you make it
is.
professional or not. Yep.
It's the league of
That,
opportunity.
that,
With that
yes,
being said,
that.
definitely it shows that it's not selfish. They want you to go to they want you to go play overseas. So they just this is just an extended
Hmm.
platform for to
Right,
for female ball players to continue to live out their dream.
right, absolutely.
So yes, that's so. Who are you looking forward to? This is a hot seat question. Who are you
All right,
looking
hold on,
forward
hold on.
to?
All right.
Who are you looking forward to playing against this upcoming season? Because you know what,
Oh,
I will say this. I'm not siding with anybody or anything, but the Atlanta Angels have had a lot of call outs during a lot of these interviews. So they know y'all have some heavy hitters. So
really? I must
what
miss that.
what team you looking forward to playing this upcoming season?
It doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to playing all of them. I
Okay.
can't say one team. I'm really shocked that anybody has called us out. I missed that.
Hey, baby, y'all got
For
called
real?
out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quite a
Oh,
few times on these interviews
interesting.
now.
Mm,
So,
how thoughtful.
hey, but you know what? That goes to show that the season is brewing up and
Hmm.
what's come. So,
Yeah. I don't look forward to any particular team. Any
okay.
any team. We ready for any team. We're going to
Oh
compete
yeah.
and play to the best of our ability anytime we step out on the floor. So, well, they all can get it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not one for name calling. I just don't believe in calling anybody. We want to see them all. We want to see them
Hey,
all.
hey, that's how you feel.
No,
I
no,
asked the
no.
question, you told me how you felt, so it is what it is. So, what are besides the upcoming season? Right now, you're in your flag football season, right?
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Flag is
So what?
upon us.
Okay, okay. And so, so can anyone come to the games, or you all playing without fans?
So no, we're playing with fans. We play at Lithia Springs High School. Actually, we have two games
Okay,
Saturday and two games Sunday. We'll be playing there this Saturday at 10:45, and then we have another game at 1:10. And anybody's welcome. Free of charge. Come out and see some women flag football. It's competitive. I have fun.
okay.
Just to be around, a group of women that just love to compete and just love the game of basketball. It's so weird because my whole life I've been around a group of women who love basketball. And to see these women who have dedicated over 10,
Mm-hmm.
15 years of playing flag and is now
The
beginning to get this
football.
right. beginning to get this recognition. You know, now they have flag football at the NIA level, NAIA level, where you can get a scholarship now to play women's flag football. Like, that is
Wow.
crazy. Right. And a lot of people
That
don't know
is.
that, but you can go to college for flag football. So it's just like to be able to see just the love that they have for this game. It's like, wow, you know? So I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it. I'm enjoying being around, you know, my
As you
sisters.
should.
And
As you
yeah, yeah. By the way, my
because
team is APOC. APOC.
so because you know, females, we're breaking down these walls now in this sports industry. You know, we're just as talented as these male players. I don't understand why everything is such
Yeah.
a male dominated industry. So it's
Oh.
good. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we owning teams, we coaching teams, finally playing football.
Mm-hmm.
You
Not to
know,
mention
y'all
tackle.
handle
You know,
that rock well. So
not to mention tackle football. You know, I don't play tackle due to
okay.
just, you know, contract issues. I'm not really trying to get, you know, hit. But, you know, yeah, this, like you said, you know, there's women owning teams. There's a lot of, you know, owners of flag football teams. And so I'm just loving this whole women. And listen, the
Mm-hmm.
future is female. I'm just going to tell you now. If we taking over, there's female former, you know, flag football players who are now coaching in the NFL, assistants. You know,
Exactly.
we got former college players, you know, basketball players that are assistants at the
Exactly. They
NBA
coaching in the
level.
NBA. So,
Yeah.
and they
So,
actually, I seen a few referees in the middle of the floor. Not this
oh yeah.
season, but you know, in
Mhm.
previous seasons,
Mhm.
it's female
Mhm.
referees in the NBA. So,
Yeah. Mhm.
you
And
know, we
the
coming.
and
We
the
coming.
NFL. I
Yep.
we coming
Oh
and we
yeah,
can't
we
be
wearing
stopped.
black and white stripes. Okay. So
Oh.
so you have a lot going for you. Like I said, you are a walking brand that
Mhm.
people should definitely support. How can people follow your journey? What is your social media handle?
Mhm. So my social media is I am real. That's on Instagram. I'm gonna start a YouTube. Everybody's like, you need to start a YouTube. You know, I'm
Please.
so private. I know, but I'm so private with certain
I
things in
know,
my
but you
life.
speak so well
I
and you're very
know, I know,
inspirational.
I
And people
know,
need
and
that. People need that. Like with you
I
being the
know.
way you are, that helps people's mental. You can actually, watching. I'm pretty sure with somebody watching some of your videos, you can talk them off the ledge. Just seeing
Right,
what
right,
you've
right.
overcome. So
No, absolutely, and that's my mindset now. You know, beforehand, you know, it's so crazy. I used to get anxiety about posting on Instagram because I'm not this person who just likes to be on the phone and post over that. You know, I'm working on that, and I'm just a private person. I have to use, you know, my voice for positive things, and my life is truly an inspiration. So I promise you, I'm working on
mm.
that. I tell myself every month I'm gonna start my YouTube. But I
Well, you
promise
know what? You
by, you know.
just started right here. Here go your interview. You did well. You did well. Okay.
Right,
So just
right.
start
So I'm
right
gonna get it
here.
started. I'm gonna get it started. Yeah,
But you know
yeah. But
what?
that many.
If you need to test with me, we can do a test run. It's
All
okay.
right.
Got you.
Sounds
I
good.
got you.
Sounds good. But definitely check for my mini documentary. You know, I'm gonna be
Please.
going home back to my hometown of Reading, Pennsylvania, to shoot where
Okay.
I come from. You know, Glenside Projects, and where I am now. So look out for that mini documentary. Super excited about it. You know, can't wait to start filming for. I think it's going to be a powerful message, truly inspirational.
Oh
And
yeah,
then also
I'm sure.
check for Hood to History, because
Oh yeah,
it's
like
coming. We coming.
I love new wardrobe now. I love it. And so and then when can we check for you for the Harlem Globetrotters? When you start that? And
Hmm. Well, obviously due to COVID, we're not traveling now. So 2021, you know, you can always go to harlemglobetrotters.com to get updates, more information, player information. You can always get the torch jersey there. You know, Halloween's approaching us. You know, the more torches in the world, the
yeah.
better. So, you know, but stay updated on harlemglobetrotters.com and for more information about us touring. But the plan is for us to begin touring in 2021. Early
Okay, okay,
2021, February, March.
okay, cool, cool. And last but definitely not least, again, thank you so much. Uh, I enjoyed this interview. Thank you for giving us your time. I definitely like to close out all of my interviews with my special guests giving us a positive word. So the ball is back in
Mm,
your court. So can you leave us with a
man.
positive word, please?
Yeah, let's spread joy. Let's spread love. Um, always believe in yourself. Never give up. Um, but take care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and just continue to lead with love. My motto in life is, I'm just living to inspire until I expire. That's it. I just want to live to inspire
Love it.
until God takes me and said, you have officially expired.
That's what's up. Thank you so much, Rail. And just
Thank
know
you for
this is
having me.
not your last interview. We will be talking with you again to see where
Sounds
you
good.
were, like, from between now and your next interview. I'm pretty sure you've been and leveled up by now. And just
Absolutely.
keep inspiring, keep being you. Um, Stay motivated, and again, just thank you. And
Thank you.
you enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Thank you for
You are
having me. I
so
appreciate you so
welcome.
much.
You are so all right.
All right.
All right, everyone. Now you have it with today's special Miss Cherelle George, Harlem Globetrotters, Atlanta Angels. She's also a flag football player. The Graves' disease survivor, but we hope you enjoyed by following them here on Instagram at Women's ABA. Please follow me here on Instagram at She Knows Her Sports. You can check out the WABA website for upcoming news, partnerships, sponsorships, um, uh, team for what teams are actually looking for more players at www.womensaba.com. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Follow my story for next week's guest, and I'll see you then.